Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to spend this summer courageously, relentlessly, indefatigably, overcoming every danger involved on a single high-stakes objective: the rescue of Generation Alpha. This summer, which you want to become a fractal pattern of your entire life. As always, should you or any member of your force be caught or killed in this highly dangerous task, the Secretary will disavow any knowledge of your actions. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck, Damascus missionary. End of commissioning. Not quite. Because every word of that was true, except one line. The world's missions end in disavowal. Get caught, and you're on your own. Get killed, and you're forgotten. The Secretary will swear he never even knew your name. The mission you accept today runs the other way. You will never be disavowed, because the one who sends you said it himself. Whoever acknowledges me before others, I will acknowledge before my heavenly eternal Father. So you are not merely an agent behind enemy lines. You are a sent one. That is the whole meaning of the word mission, missio, to be sent. And at the end of every Mass, the Church does not say good luck. She says ite, missa est. The mission begins. The Mass itself is named for this sending. That is why your commissioning is taking place during this Mass. The Mass is the epicenter of mission, the mission of the mystical body of Jesus, which is world transformation. Before this commissioning, you and I have got 2 things to settle. Firstly, out there this summer, you are not going to be alone. And you are not without a father. I am the chaplain of Damascus. Damascus in Ohio, Damascus in Michigan, Damascus in Maryland. At Damascus, priest come, priest go. I remain. "24/7. Because I am the spiritual father." So this summer, you have a spiritual father. Is this clear?
Yes.
Good. And as the godfather of Damascus, I am going to make you an offer you can't refuse. If you have a question about anything, reach out. Shoot me an email. I will answer fast. The film producers will just have to wait. Because these guys' mission is more urgent. Is this clear?
Yes.
So, the second thing, your mission. And to show you what it is, I am not going to point you to a screen. I'm going to point you at the sky. Not the sky right now. Right now it is the middle of the day. The sun is at its highest. Everything is in full sight. Nothing is hidden. And that is exactly right, because you are not being sent in secret. You are being sent in broad daylight, by name, in front of everyone inside the Mass. But the secret of your mission, how you will carry it through a long and challenging summer, that is not learned at noon. It is learned at a quieter hour. Tonight, when the sun goes down, watch for it. For about 20 minutes after sunset, the sun just sits under the horizon, and its last light floods the entire sky, a deep, soft blue. The photographers call it the blue hour. The noise drops, the world fades to silhouette, and even the brain scientists will tell you the mind grows quiet and clear, focused at exactly that hour. And you would not be the first to be stopped in your tracks by it. For as long as there have been human eyes, people, that hour has reached into people and pulled something open. Painters have chased it. Photographers have waited all the day for it. Poets have called it the hour when the day has lost its sun and the night has not yet found its star. One of them, one of the greatest poets of the modern world, a convert to Catholicism, and a great priest named Gerard Manley Hopkins, who looked to the evening coming on and did not see the day dying. He saw something tremendous, the whole sky going deep and still and vast, as if the world were holding its breath. He knew what you were about to learn, that beauty like this is not a decoration, it is a summons. The world is speaking. And beauty is the voice it uses when it wants you to stop and remember who is behind it. So when this hour quiets your mind, the ideas begin to come, and they will. Do not whore them. The creativity that the blue hour wakes in you is not so that you can become impressive. It is so that you can become a maker, like the one who made you, and pour what you make into the children he is sending you to. The psalm we prayed a few minutes ago was written for that sky, not this bright noon, but the one that comes tonight. When I see your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars you set in place, what is man that you should keep him in mind? Here is the first thing the blue hour has to teach you. It is the in-between time. The hinge between the day and the night. Not light, not dark. The place where the two meet and pour into one another. And the Bible begins exactly here. Open Genesis. Before there is anything, there is darkness over the deep. Raw material, unfinished, waiting. And the Spirit of God hovers over it. And the Father says, "Let there be light." And that light is through the Son, the voice through whom everything is spoken into existence. Then comes a line that God repeats 6 times, once for each day of creation. And there was evening, and there was morning. Notice the order. Evening first. Our Jewish forefathers knew this in their bones. The new day does not begin at sunrise. It begins at sundown, in the dark. Why would God teach us to count time that way? Because He is telling you what time is for. Time is the road from raw material to beauty. From darkness to light, from the deep that is not yet to the 7th day, where He looks at all of it and says, it is very good. And that, my friends, is the truth about you. You are not a finished product. You are the in-between. You are raw material in the hands of an artist. The same wise artist who, the first reading told us today, stood beside the Father at the world's making like a master craftsman, delighting in the human race. He looks at you the way Michelangelo looked at a block of raw marble. He already sees the figure that he can set free. But here is the wonder of it. He will not carve without you. He wants your hand on the chisel beside his. Now you know who you are going to rescue this summer. The 10-year-olds, the 14-year-olds who are coming to those camps. They are growing up in a world lit by screens, a world that has nearly convinced them that the glowing rectangle in their hand is more real than the sky above their heads. They are raw material too, and they are waiting, whether they could ever put it into words or not, for someone to come and help them turn toward the light. That someone is you. Not as an influencer, as a witness. Like a young guy your age, St. Carlo Acutis, who grew up with the screens and was never owned by them, and who spent his short life pointing everyone he met towards the one thing more real than anything else, the Eucharist. The Lord really present on the altar. The Eucharist he called his highway to heaven. You will not run this mission on willpower. St. Paul told you today where the fuel comes from. The love of God has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. This is the order. Purpose first. The Spirit pours in the love becomes your purpose. And purpose is what fuels a passion that does not burn out in the middle of July. Do you see what today is? It is Trinity Sunday. So be still for one moment and know where you are standing. You are standing inside the life of the Creator of the galaxies. The Father is still saying over you, let there be light. The Son who said, I am the light of the world, the Spirit is hovering at this very moment over the deep places in you that even you have not seen. The whole Trinity is at work in you right now, in the in-between. The Israelites used to weave a single blue thread into the edge of their garments, so that every time they caught sight of it, they would remember who made them and where they were going. Let the blue of tonight's sky be that thread for you. Remember who made you. Remember where you are going, not into the dark, but through it, into the dawn that never ends. So here is what I am asking you to carry into the summer. There will be a night in July when frustrations have filled your heart, when you are worn down to nothing, when you quietly wonder why you came. On that night, do not reach for your smartphone. Step outside into the blue hour and give it 5 quiet minutes. Make the sign of the cross and say, Lord, begin in me what you want begun. Thank him for what went well that day. Look honestly at where the light got in and where the shadow fell, and ask his mercy. Then choose one concrete act of love for the tomorrow. One camper, one conversation, one gesture. Because purpose only becomes real when it becomes particular. And then hand the whole day back and murmur, Jesus, I trust in you. That is all. Do that, and your evening will quietly begin your tomorrow, the way Genesis says it would, in the dark, already moving toward the light. The day is a fractal of the summer. The summer is a fractal of your life. So this summer, every evening, keep the blue hour. Not when you feel like it, every evening. Look around you, it is the middle of the day, the light is full, nothing is hidden, and in a few moments in this full light, you will be commissioned and sent openly, by name, not in the shadows like a secret agent, but as a son, a daughter acknowledged before the Father. Then tonight, when the sun goes down and the blue comes, step into it for 5 minutes and let it begin in you what was begun here at the altar. Because the one who sends you is close, close, like a creator, close like a lover, close like a rescuer. And he is making you this summer into a creator, into a lover, into a rescuer. He has called you by name. He has said, you are mine. So go, not disavowed, sent. Go and awaken the dawn in yourself and in every child still waiting for the light.